Welcome everybody back to another video here. We're going to be doing a deck building little video for the yellow promo Babidi leader that's coming out in set 20. This week actually is pre-release week, so a lot of people will probably be able to get their hands on this leader as early as this week. And then obviously next week with the release. I do think this leader can be pretty good. But as AOD has shown in the past, is that this deck will continue to get support from Bandai, and if it does, this could be a pretty decent deck. So make sure you guys like and subscribe, hit the bell for notifications so you guys can keep up to date with everything. I also will be, I don't know why I didn't do this in the past, but I'll be leaving a link down in the bio for my DBS Deck Planet profile. So if there's any of the decks that I show off in these videos you guys want to check out, you guys will be able to go down there and check any of that stuff out as well. So, guess we'll go over the leader real quick, and we'll go into trying to figure out how to build this deck as competitively viable from what we know right now, right? So Babidi, once card attacks, draw one, and add up to one card from your life to your hand. So you do have some self-awakening there. And when you awaken at 5 life, you're restand one, draw one, which is very interesting. You're a 5 life awaken leader. Your leader has Overlord, is nice, which means you get to bottom deck your servant cards, draw a card. That's pretty good value there. Permanent, treat Agent of Destruction cards in your Z deck as if they have no specific cost. Reduce the energy cost and Z energy cost of AOD cards in your Z deck by 1. This is very powerful. As of right now, there's only one AOD Z battle card, as this kind of gives us a notion that eventually we're going to be having more AOD cards, and this deck might end up being really good in the future because of that. Auto, discard one, draw one. So you discard a card from your hand to draw one. And then activate main, choose 2 of your Majin and or Agent of Destruction cards that gain Servant for the turn. So why this is interesting is that Servant cards gain 10k, right? That's essentially what this card is saying. You're giving it 10k, and then you have the ability of being able to bottom deck them. What's nice is that it's only Servant for the turn, meaning at the start of your next turn, they will not have Servant, meaning they will be able to restand. It is a pretty cool little function. We will go into the deck and see if we can build something pretty good, hopefully. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to probably go into the Z deck, right? It's probably the best thing to do first. So this is the AOD card that people are discussing that's in this deck here. This actually is a promo. This actually comes out with the leader, so you should be able to get it. It's a 3-drop, 2 specific Z energy. So this actually, because it gets reduced by your leader, this becomes a 2-cost, 1 Z energy cost. So it's a 2-drop, 1 Z energy. 20k dual attack when this card's played. Choose one of your opponent's battle cards, ignoring barrier, and KO it. Additionally, if you use this skill to KO a card in rest mode, this card gains crit for the turn. So this is very good. We're going to do 3 of this guy for now. So this is a 2-drop, KO something. If you kill something in rest mode, it now is a 20k crit. Your leader can then give it Servant, making this guy a 30k dual attack crit. Probably one of the best. That actually might be the best yellow Z battle card. Obviously, if you're playing in this deck, it's a little bit better because it's cheaper, but this is a really, really good card. And I think we're going to do part of the Majin Buu chain. So the reason is because we have the ability of using Majin cards in this deck. So we are going to use bits and pieces of the Majin Buu. So we have the Heart of Good, which stops a card from being KO'd once per turn. So we're going to do 2 of this. And we're going to do, I don't think Despair's Rival works in this deck. It does not. That's for the other Majin deck. That's for the Majin Vegeta deck. Heart of Evil. This is a Z-stack mechanic, and this also gives any 2-cost Majin cards above this barrier. So we're going to do 2 of this. And then we'll do 2 of 2 hearts. That should be 7, right? I'm at 9. Okay, we'll adjust it. Then we have 2 hearts, which is this is the Deflect guy. This guy will also gain barrier and the ability not to be KO'd once per turn. And then you can use this to either use it for dual attack, which is probably one of the reasons that we'll use it, is that you can pitch a card, draw a card. This card becomes a dual attacker if you're over 20k. But then also we can go into parts of the Majin Buu chain if we want to. And if there are 2 cards under this and you discard a Majin card from your hand, at least one, this card will then gain the power equal to the combo cost of those cards. And then additionally, if it's over 20, you draw a card and then you gain dual attack. It can end up becoming a 20k barrier deflect dual attacker that can't be KO'd. But then also, your leader can give it Servant, so then you can be a 30k dual attacker. So you kind of see the theme here is that we're swinging with these big AOD / Majin cards. Now you can simply just put in the AOD archetype which is pretty viable. I feel like you can put in the blue Babidi and then you just play all the AOD stuff. But we're not going to do that. We're going to build it as a mono yellow deck. I do think it's a little bit better as a mono yellow deck. For me, for building purposes, I think you have more. I think there's enough yellow value to where you can make it work as a mono yellow deck. All right, so we'll start with Budding Evil. So when this card's played from your hand, you draw one. This card is discarded off of a if your leader is Majin Buu or Evil Wizard Babidi, which our leader is Evil Wizard Babidi. When you use one of your Majin Buu or yellow Evil Wizard Babidi cards to discard the card from your hand, you may play it from the drop. So that way we're always getting value off of it. So even if we pitch it, we can still play it, and then it gives us 5k combo power. But when this card is played from your hand, you get to draw one. So if you pitch it to play from the drop area, it does not. I don't think it draws. Yeah, it doesn't draw because it's played from the drop. But we will include 4 of this. We'll include 2 of this for now. This has the same effect, but this is if it's played from their hand. You get to search top 7 for a Majin Buu. We'll keep that in there for now. And then we have the 8-drop Vile Onslaught. This is your primary card to pitch off of the Majin Buu. And when this card is pitched off of a yellow Majin Buu or Evil Wizard card, you get to tap one of your opponent's battle cards, so it's pretty good. Not only do you get to replace a card, but then this card also taps something, which is good. If you go up the chain, if your leader's yellow Majin Buu, it has a bunch of effects, but we're not a Majin Buu deck. And if your leader's yellow and you have 4 more energy, you get to play the card from hand for 1. The card becomes it's a 30k deflect double strike, but again, you can give it Servant, so then it becomes a 40k. We're back, sorry, camera went out for some reason, that was odd. So, yeah, we're gonna do 3 of the Vile Onslaughts, and we kind of want to go partially up the chain. I don't know how far we want to go up it, though. So we have, this guy can evolve off of the 2-drop, and this guy can also gain dual attack if he's over 25k. He's also a blocker. So we'll include 3 of this guy for now. I think that's it for the Majin cards. Oh, actually, there's a promo that we will add. Where's it at? This guy. So this guy is really cool. So this guy is only for the yellow. So like it also works for your leader if it's a yellow Majin Buu. But top part is we can pitch this card off of the leader, and because our leader is Evil Wizard Babidi, we can play it from the drop. This card has Servant. When this card attacks, draw 1. So we can make this card a 15k. It's pretty cool. But we can swing with it, draw a card, and then we can bottom deck it to draw 2. So essentially, this is a free draw 2 battle card swing. So we're going to include 4 of this guy. This card's really good. Actually, this might end up taking out the other Majin Buu. Probably won't need this guy. Trying to think of what else we can probably add to this. Majin Buu cards. That's probably it. There are some other cards in this archetype that we do want to add. So we're going to do 4 of this Goku here. If your leader is a yellow Z leader or you have a yellow Z battle card in play, opponent 3 more energy, plays a card from your hand. If you have a yellow extra card in your battle area, draw 1. We're not going to have a yellow extra card in our drop area, so we might not get that effect. If all of your cards are in your rest mode in your battle area, you can restand this. We might end up playing this card. We're actually going to use it for a different reason, but we might end up playing this. Are there any other cards you can play? I don't think so. About this guy. No. And then Vegito is another really good yellow card. Now this is very specific with the Z energy, and then if you have a to counterplay, if you have a Z leader in play or a yellow Z battle card, you can't you negate all of your opponent's strike skills for the turn. It's skill strike skills. That's a lot of S's. We'll do 3 of this for now. The problem is, I guess, is trying to figure out how to keep a Z battle card on board. Obviously, we have Buu. So, but if you go into the 4-drop, you're not going to have Buu anymore. So, kind of kills that. which is why we might not want to go into this as much. So it depends. We might go down the 2 with this. Yeah, but if we have this guy in play, then this guy costs 2, and then this guy will gain the strike effect. So that's cool. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. The other one I wanted to add was this guy, Prince of Destruction Vegeta, Destined Battle. So this is coming out in the new starter deck. This card is crazy. So if your leader is Evil Wizard Babidi and you have 2 more energy, you can draw 1. You play this card. So you can play this guy out for 1. He's a 25k 1-drop because he has Servant. When this card attacks, chooses when you play battle cards 5 or less and rest 1 and KO it. Additionally, if you have a yellow Son Goku card in play or in your Z energy, and you have 3 more energy, this card gains double strike for the turn. So, guy's already Servant. We're gonna do 4 of this guy. So this guy's already Servant. So when we play him, give me 25k. We can swing with him. So we're drawing a card off his swing. We can then swing with him. If we have this Goku in play, or if we have it in Z energy, he's out 25k double strike. We can swing at them, and then we can just bottom deck him afterwards. That's really good value. That's very, very good value. We will take that. Are there any other Gokus that are worth playing in yellow? This is going to be the interesting thing, because I don't know what other ones we could play. Like, that's a GT. That doesn't actually count. There's nothing else that's, like, incredibly interesting. Play Father Son. That's actually an interesting combination, but it is a 10. It is a 10 cost. I don't know if we want to. It is a 10k. I don't know if we want to do that. It's a cool card. I think we'll add. We might not add another Goku. Yeah. There's just no other good Gokus. Like, this would be a good one. Using this as a super combo. Oh, we might actually do that. Do 3 of that. That actually might end up working. I don't think it specifies. It just says a yellow Son Goku. Yeah, so it just has to be just a normal Goku. So we'll use that. And honestly, we'll put Steadfast in. You know, yeah, we'll do two Steadfast for now. See if we end up getting overloaded with cards. We're probably not gonna play a Unison. So yeah, no Unison here. I don't think you can fit a Unison into this deck very well. Okay, so what else do we want to add? Well, I already had the super combo, so we might as well just add the super combo we know we're going to use, which is going to be Son Gohan and Piccolo, because it is like the best yellow secret rare in the game. Having a giant 30k works really well for us. We're okay with that. We'll use that guy. Puts us at what? 30 cards? We'll do Robotic Riposte, obviously. We do need to add some yellow extra cards, though. So let's see if we can add some yellow extra cards, because right now we have no yellow extra cards, and we're going to need those. So, Power Super Saiyan. Probably, yeah, Power Super Saiyan will do. Freezes Army Reinforcements. This guy's just a 1-drop negate, right? Yeah. Didn't show up. I don't know why. I typed in the actual name. Look at some other extra cards while we're in here too. Time Magic might be a good one. Time Magic seems to be getting a lot more play with all the dual attackers going around. So we'll probably end up putting that in there too. Let's add that now. Now in other forms of this deck, if you play the AOD stuff, obviously, you're going to be using Strikes Back. So that's one yellow card there. So that's something you'll probably end up using. Now, like you have things like T-Blow and Realm of the Gods you can end up using in your main deck. I can't find Freeze and Negate. There it is. Do 3 of those. Yeah. Technically, you could do this. Oh no, you can't. Later Sensator, Earthling. Never mind, I lied. We are tapping down a lot of cards. So an interesting thing you could do is go back to running Poutine. Good old Poutine comes into play, and then opponent has to remove it with Barrier. There are going to be some decks where Barrier is just going to get removed now, but it's worth playing. I think at least worth trying. At 40, what else could we run? Oh no. We could try, well obviously we'll want Cooler. I think Cooler is probably at least a one of in this deck. Oh, actually we can do this Cooler too. If you have a Z leader, or we don't, that's the thing, is like, I don't want to use this if we're not going to have, yeah, we don't have a consistent way of keeping a Z battle card on board. So, yeah, probably won't do that. We will do the Lord Slug stuff, though. Puts us at 48. I think we just need some form of finisher now, so I'll probably do like a Champa, probably like a Dark Broly, because it's a 50. Pretty solid, strong deck here, I feel. This could be pretty good. Yeah, so let's see. All right, so 50 cards. We got, how many extra cards? We got, what, six yellow extra cards. That should be plenty. We should be able to find that for Mecha. We have a decent small package with the Majin Buu stuff now. This card can also evolve off of this guy, I think, right? Yeah, so we actually can evolve this guy off of the Majin Buu here. So that is another way we can actually go up to at least this guy without having to use our Z battle cards. Because which one actually has Barrier? None of them actually have Barrier. Yeah. So this actually plays... Oh yeah, so we actually can go into this card. That changes things. I forgot. You actually can go later on in the game. You can play this out, and then you can actually play this guy out and put this card underneath it. That's actually kind of cool. Because of that, we actually might change. I think we might end up changing that. Take this down. We'll put actually. We're gonna do another Heart of Evil. Because we can use Heart of Evil to play out the 4-drop. And then we have Barrier. Yeah, I think that's probably good there. Yeah, so you can actually use this to go into this. You can play Heart of Evil to go into the 4-drop as well. And then obviously we can play 2 Hearts as well. So that's our Z battle card there. This card is probably going to get comboed more or pitched off of effects. So we can tap stuff. And then give our either this guy dual attack or either give this guy dual attack and draw a card. It also can just be played as a 1-drop on turn 4 and just swing for 40k double strike. That also is a possibility too. That's a small Majin Buu package. We have our Z battle card package here with the Goku and the Vegito. With us being able to keep one of these guys on board with Barrier, we should be able to establish one of these for at least a turn. We have our tempo card, which is going to be the Prince Vegeta. This is kind of our early to middle game pressure of what we're going to be doing is swinging with this guy a lot. Every time we have one in hand, we're going to tap one, play it, and then swing. For Gokus, we have what, 4, 7. We have 9 Gokus, so that should be plenty for the second effect, especially because we're going to be running the Goku Super combo. This could always change, but I was just trying to find a way of fitting in Gokus into the deck without going, you know, crazy overboard, running something else that doesn't feel very good in the deck. Like Steadfast probably doesn't feel super good, but this deck doesn't have a ton of counterplays, so being able to tap something that's coming in, like a Beer especially, could be very helpful. 3 Mega Friezas. We have our negate package. We have our 1 Poutine, 1 Cooler, our small slug package, and then our finisher with Dark Broly and Champa. Z deck here. We have 2 of the Vegetas, 1 Heart of Good, 2 Heart of Evil, 1 2 Hearts, and then 1 Surmounting to get us down to 5. Yeah, it's pretty good. When they added better Z battle card, I think it's a big thing right now with this is that there's no Z leader for this particular leader because the Majin Buu one doesn't work. So you don't really have that guaranteed way of having a Z leader or a Z battle card on boards. You're just kind of hoping you could keep one on board. So I do think it's pretty little nifty list. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. If you guys like this particular list, what you guys would change if you guys wanted to build this leader, and if you guys are excited to play this leader. I know this is probably one of the more under the radar yellow decks going into the next set, but I do think this leader has potential to be a very good contender in the meta depending on what ends up happening with the ban list. So thank you guys again for watching. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.